maybe the most famous building in all of Texas. It's the Alamo, of course, here in San Antonio. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at San Antonio. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out the Lakers, a few slots below them.
And you know, for the Spurs, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Clark, the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as a new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away. And I hit my stride and finished strong.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4 and the 5. Rajon Rondo is out there with Avery Bradley, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. DeJounte Murray is out there with White, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. White the pass to DeRozan. And the rejection by Cousins. LeBron James on the wing. DeRozan defending. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
White against Rondo. It's stolen by Rondo. James outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Murray with it. Picked up by Davis. Murray, good.
You know, that's a shot some teams are willing to give Murray. The more he knocks it down, the more dangerous he'll become.
James, the pass to Davis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Davis has got 6.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Now here's White. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
The Lakers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Rondo kicks to Davis. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's White. And there's the pass to Pirtle. Here's Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Good recognition that time from the veteran big man Aldridge. Nice job putting it on the deck and taking it to the hole.
James with it. 20 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
LeBron against DeRozan. Here's Pirtle. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and two mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
Spurs trail by 6. White looking around. Murray outside. From past the arc, down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And, you know, we often talk about the importance of confidence for these young players, guys. Murray's showing plenty of confidence there.
DeRozan against James. Cousins trying to free himself up. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
White dishes to Aldridge. He kicks it to Murray. Just 5 to shoot. Over Bradley. Murray, good. Murray's got 9 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Lakers in the lead.
DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
How about this little nugget, guys? When Murray earned all defensive second team honors in his rookie year, he became the youngest player in NBA history to make the all defense team.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And the Lakers last season going against the grain to surround LeBron James with playmakers, not shooters. And many criticized that move.
And, you know, guys, you look at it, LeBron is at his very best with the ball in his hands, which means he needs room to attack the lane. It's clear that a course correction was needed.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
It's Aldridge, high post. Nice form on the 20-footer.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Bradley against Murray. Bradley passes to James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And he can't get the first one. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Jakob Poeltl, and it's Mills in for Derek White.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. Pass to Davis. DeRozan against LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Here's Murray. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now here's Gay. DeRozan's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's James. Shoots over DeRozan. And he overshot that one, missing. The Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. The 3 from Mills. Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Lakers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bellinelli in for Murray. The Lakers also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Cousins. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Spurs trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Aldridge, and that's good for 2 as he grabs the feed. Aldridge has got 6.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And here is Green. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
You know, at just under 6 feet tall, you've got to develop a lot of ways to get your shot off, and Mills has a nice handle on the floater.
Now here's Bradley. He had 10 points in the win against the Mavericks in Dallas. Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Davis. Back to Kuzma. Passes it to Davis. Shoots over Mills. And it's Davis missing. For San Antonio, they've gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. It's stolen by Green. Kuzma kicks to Bradley. Got that one up quick. And the Lakers lead by 3. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. Trey Lyles checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Avery Bradley. Gay scanning before. Kicks it to Mills. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Los Angeles leading by 3. On the wing, Green. Bellinelli is covering. Caldwell Pope outside. The 3. Here's Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Now Mills. 8 points his last outing. Caldwell Pope with some nice D.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Green dishes to Caldwell Pope. The pass to Kuzma.
You know, guys, in his rookie season, Kyle Kuzma shot over 36% from long range. Last season, that number was at 30%. Interesting to see which way that goes going forward.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
That free throw missing.
You know, some folks were saying Kuzma wouldn't even get drafted a few years ago. That's why this draft stuff is more art than science sometimes, but he has proven his doubters wrong very quickly.
And he sinks the second. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Isles passes to Carroll. Bellinelli with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mark, at the University of Utah over 3 seasons, Kuzma never shot better than 32% from long distance.
Yeah, you know, some reasonably doubt whether his rookie season mark will be sustainable, but he's got the confidence level offensively and work ethic. I'd bet on him to get those percentages back up for sure.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
And here's Mills from the arc. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Kuzma. He sinks the 11-footer.
Boy, Kuzma's such an impressive player, able to dial it in from these in-between spots with relative ease.
And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers on top, ending the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for San Antonio. Hills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Lyles. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Bellinelli after the miss from JaVale McGee.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Mills passes to Bellinelli. Back to Mills. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pirtle. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 9. Green kicks to McGee. Shoots over Pirtle. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Spurs have gone 0-3 and are still quarter.
And you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
They get the rebound. Howard out to Kuzma. Another shot. No good on that one. So the Spurs will take it the other way.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget, but somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Pass to Pirtle. Lyles against Green. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Lyles. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys. I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court.
Look at that jam!
Come on now, bring the thunder, rock that rim. Really, really hard to keep Howard out of the paint. I mean, once he gets the position he wants, he's going to look to throw it down.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for San Antonio. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's Green. Gets an open look and hits. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Mills. Launches a 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pass to Howard. To the inside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kuzma can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
That free throw, no good.
And the Spurs acquiring all-star DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl
in exchange for Kawhi Leonard with one full season in the bag. How do you view that trade?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's going to work well both ways. Obviously, for Toronto, it was fantastic, but I like Pirtle. This guy has tremendous attributes and ability as a big guy. The Spurs, with no interest in a long rebuild, they'd rather retool on the fly, and I think they put themselves in position to be pretty good going forward.
Yeah, and the long reach of Cousins really enables him to hammer home some skyscraping jams.
Rondo against White. Outside DeRozan to the paint. Here's Pirtle. And the rejection by Cousins. Inside. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Murray dishes to Pirtle. White against Rondo. White the pass to Kira. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lakers leading by 11. Floats it up for Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And love the shot selection here by Cousins. Feels like he can knock it down from anywhere.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pirtle, the pass to DeRozan. Rondo against White. Passes to Pirtle. Back to White to stop the run. 5 on the clock. Here's Carroll. Rebound the Lakers. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Avery Bradley comes in for Caldwell Pope. Here's DeRozan. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And here's Los Angeles. A big stretch here going 10-2. Rondo against White. James the bounce pass. The 3. Cousins no good. Spurs trail by 13. Here's DeRozan. But they'll get another chance. White with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Boy, at 6'11", Aldridge makes this look really easy. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's over.
DeRozan against James. And the dunk by James.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Here's White. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Bradley. That shot no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Murray dishes to Pirtle. Outside for Murray. There's the triple. San Antonio getting another chance here. It's good.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
James the pass to Cousins. Shoots. And James with the basket on the assist by Cousins. And that's 11 points for LeBron.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
White, good.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And here's Rondo. 9 points last game out. The pass to Bradley. Feeds it to Cousins. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
And, you know, Cousins is a wrecking ball inside, guys. Effective at using his size to draw the contact close to the rim. He's a hard guy to defend.
It was to the chagrin of many that Cousins joined the Warriors last season, but it looked to be the right choice for him. He got to take his time rehabbing and came back to a team in first place with no pressure.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And with Cousins last year, you know, Greg, he came back with a bit of a minutes restriction.
And Kevin, time will tell just how full a recovery Cousins can make. But last year went how he hoped it would with regards to taking a year to get things right and be in a good situation.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. So he gets them both.
As fearless and physical as he is, Boogie gets to the line more than just about anyone.
Here's White. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Clark, we have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best to have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing and Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, the former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
First one falls for him.
And you look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley. And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Cousins. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. Here's LeBron.
You know, DeRozan has to put so much into the offensive end. You wonder if his defense suffers at times, but not that time. He was all over that shot.
Gay can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so White will bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Aldridge. Over Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
Davis, the pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Rondo. The three from Bradley. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. San Antonio again missing.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
James finds Bradley. Rondo against White. Rondo gets the bucket. Rondo's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
1:30 left in the first half of the game. Here's White, and the rejection by Cousins.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Outside DeRozan. Gay in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Gay's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
This is something Gay has steadily improved on over time. A dangerous shooter from beyond the arc now.
To the inside, Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Spurs trail by 16. Here's White. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 8 rebounds in this game. James kicks to Rondo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
And the first one at the line is good.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lyles checked in for DeRozan. Bellinelli comes in for Murray. And it's Mills in for White. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Green in for Avery Bradley. Spurs trail by 18. Now here's Mills. Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
Boy, I like the work Aldridge did there. Good hustle. Nice job getting good positioning.
Rondo looking around. Out to Kuzma. Here's the 3. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Lakers leading by 19. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Cousins in at the center. And here's DeRozan. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Rondo against White. Right side Aldridge. Clock at 6. Great D that time from Davis.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 19-point game. And DeRozan kicks to White. The Spurs working the ball around now. DeRozan against LeBron. White left side. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Bradley passes to Davis. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. The dish to White. Back to Murray. To the paint. Tries from 16. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And the feeling has been that the Lakers needed to acquire more veteran talent to put alongside LeBron, and they've done just that.
And, you know, time is creeping up on LeBron. He turns 35 this season. Really, for the Lakers, the time is now if they're going to compete to get him another ring and perhaps themselves another banner.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
You know, in these particular plays, guys, DeRozan really excellent at taking what he sees in these situations.
Outside Rondo. To the middle. It's deflected. And stolen by Aldridge. And a fast break now for the Spurs. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's DeRozan. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Down low, Pirtle with the steal. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
DeRozan's shot is off.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
James finds Cousins, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
You'll never see LeBron get lazy on the glass. I mean, he's always in there grinding, doing work, trying to get it done on the boards. Well, I don't think it's been a secret. I mean, LeBron James hopes to become the greatest of all time. At least that's my perspective on it. Last season, he surpassed his idol, Michael Jordan, in career scoring. He called it one of the real pinnacles of his career.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And you might think about what sets LeBron James apart among the all-time greats. He's the only player who's top 10 in both scoring and assists.
Well, I would even take it a little further, guys. His overall all-around brilliance is what truly separates him from the rest of the great players, because he's top 20 in steals as well as approaching top 50 in rebounds. That's remarkable, and he's done it from day one.
Spurs trail by 20. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. It's stolen by Bradley. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop and finished off by Davis.
Oh, that's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Outside DeRozan. Aldridge against Davis. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, the shot repertoire of Jakob Poeltl, mostly 10 feet and in, is his strength. He's an old-school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Murray. The Lakers also changing it up. Howard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Pirtle, a live body in there.
He's live, and he's also no stiff, guys. Pirtle can catch and finish. He's active in defending. Gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
Pass to Howard. Shoots over Pirtle. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
You know, I think he's just got to be a little smarter around Howard. That guy's, I mean, Howard's pretty crafty at drawing contact on the way up.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Take a break.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
And the free throw good from Howard.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard, as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Second free throw, no good. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
Here's White. And Davis sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for White. How he did last season. Averaged about 10 points a game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes. Rondo with a nice dish.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio calls timeout.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
And checking out the stats for Aldridge. Great showing for him last season. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Back to Pirtle. Outside, White. And stolen by LeBron. Floats it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop-to-loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Now LeBron. He's got 16. Right side Davis. And stolen by Aldridge. And there's the call on Howard. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. And it's Bellinelli in for DeMar DeRozan. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. White inside. He's covered by Rondo.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Here's Kuzma. And again, it's the Lakers.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Spurs shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Aldridge kicks to White. And it's Carroll in the corner. Rebounded by the Lakers. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Here's White. He has 6. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Back to Gay. Here's Aldridge. A second chance effort. They shoot again. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Lyles checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for White. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. That one misses for LaMarcus Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over. You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Kuzma inside. He's against Gay. Howard finds Rondo. Now McGee, 4 on the shot clock. Off target from the wing. Here's Gay. Lays it up and banks it in. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Howard, the pass to Kuzma. To the left side wing. Here's Rondo. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. With some arc, Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got 8 points.
And Bellinelli with a nice touch inside. We know him as a long-range sniper, but he can get it done when he's close to the rim, too.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Back to Rondo. Mills with the steal. And Gay with a clear path to the hoop. On the jam by Rudy Gay.
Gay is excellent in the fast break, and he wants to get quick points. That's why he runs so hard.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Pass to McGee. And here is Howard. Aldridge is covering. Howard dishes to Bradley. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Dwight Howard with some slick passing on that one.
Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Free throw good from Bradley. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf. And board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Passes it to Howard. Here's Kuzma. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And that's 10 points for Kyle Kuzma.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
Spurs trail by 16. Here's Mills. Now the pass to Lyles. And that one, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
At the elbow, it's Bradley. The feed to Howard. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Cousins is checked in. .146 left in the third. And that one goes long. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 17-7 run. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Avery Bradley pulls it in. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Rondo passes to Kuzma. No one near him.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Lakers leading by 14. Out to the wing. 1:02 left in the third. And the basket is good.
Boy, you're asking for trouble anytime you let Kuzma get established inside. This guy knows how to score against tough defense.
Mills with it. Pass to Bellinelli. Murray surveying the D. Pass to Gay. Aldridge trying to break free. Nice D from Cousins.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he makes that one.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Murray, here we go. Here's Aldridge. McGee with the block.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Aldridge. Lays it up off the glass. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
You know, whether he's posting up, spotting up, or working the pick and roll, Aldridge has a versatile game.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Mills. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Mills out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. He gets that one.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Lakers leading by 16. McGee, the pass to Rondo. Kuzma, left side. Shoots over Mills. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Bradley against Murray. Gay, right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aldridge, and the dunk by Aldridge.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Now here's Rondo, covered by Mills. Rondo passes to McGee. Over to the wing. Here's Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Patty Mills. That's off as well, so he misses both. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Spurs trail by 19. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Passes it to Davis. Poked loose. There's the pass to Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. And Davis can't get it to go. The Spurs have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And it's Murray penetrating.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Rondo. That one wide left.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Floats one up, and the rejection by Cousins. Pushing it up. Bradley, no one around him. And Pirtle pulls it down. Gay with it, picked up by Kuzma. It's Gay with the drive, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. From 13, that one no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Murray outside. To the paint, here's DeRozan. Gay trying to break free. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 11 on the basket from DeMar DeRozan. Timeout called the Lakers. And Clark coming out of Washington as a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
White, he's checked in for Bellinelli. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
And that one falls for White. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and #1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists, and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
Outside Rondo. Dishes to Bradley. To the wing right side. Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Rondo against Murray. Rondo passes to Cousins. Shoots over Pirtle, and Cousins gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 10. The Spurs have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Bradley kicks to Cousins. Bradley with the bounce pass. Davis dishes to Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. Shoots over Pirtle, and Pirtle sends it back. Here's Murray. Makes it off the glass.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Outside Rondo, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Here's San Antonio. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's Murray penetrating. Nice D from Cousins.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Spurs trail by 8. Bradley on the double team. Over to the left wing. Kept alive. Pirtle. And good that time.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Rondo passes to Bradley. Out to the right wing. Pirtle with the steal. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Outside Rondo. To the left side wing. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Trying to get open is Davis. The Lakers rebound.
You got to love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
Here's White. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers leading by 6. Outside Rondo. Pass to Davis. Pass to Cousins. 6 to shoot. Fader on the way. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. San Antonio calls timeout. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Nobody near Gay. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And then on Thursday, They'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
That free throw, no good.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Good on the second free throw. And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. Inside, and it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, you know, Murray plays with an intelligence and a poise that belies his years. I mean, this guy rarely forces things. He's very good at allowing things to come to him, and just has a nice rhythm and pace he plays with.
Here's Rondo. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wide open look here for Murray. That 3 off the mark. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And so he makes both from the line.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
White with it, picked up by Davis. White dishes to Carroll. Lets it go from deep. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Floats it up for Cousins. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the foul on Avery Bradley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Spurs trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Carroll, no one around him.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And stolen by Murray. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Count it, good.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Lakers leading by 7. Pass to Davis. Back to Rondo. And the pass to Kuzma. The 11-footer. And it's Davis missing. The Spurs shooting 57% in this 4th quarter. To the inside. Game. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Kuzma. Spurs trail by 9. White with it. Picked up by Davis. Down low. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, if you're going to foul Aldridge, you've got to make it a hard one because you don't want to give him the and one chance.
That free throw good from Aldridge.
You know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint.
Kuzma left side and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. There's Gay. A rebound by the Lakers. Bradley's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep three-point range, that's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. So it's the Spurs now. They trail by 9 points. Outside, White to the middle. And Aldridge slams it in.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the 4th. Outside Rondo. A rebound by the Spurs.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Davis with the bucket.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
White finds Carroll. Gay against Kuzma. Steps back and shoots. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Davis. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
White, good.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Carroll. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 5. There's 21 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And the Spurs making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. .20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Gay passes to Aldridge. Over Davis.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And so the Lakers take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.